Well, last week, officials from Alaska Airlines informed Mammoth Lakes Tourism that Alaska Airlines would be discontinuing its air service to Mammoth Yosemite Airport. Currently, daily nonstop air service from Los Angeles International Airport will continue through November 30th of this year. Now, Alaska Airline officials cited retirement of the Q400 aircraft as well as a nationwide pilot shortage as reasons for ending the service that has been in place for Mammoth Lakes since 2009. Other Alaska airline markets impacted by the service cuts will include Sun Valley, Idaho, Bellington, Washington, Pasco, Washington, and Eugene, Oregon. Now, said Air Planners CEO Kent Myers, the pilot shortage is having a major impact on air service across the country. He also noted that no domestic airline is escaping the pilot shortage. All the legacy and regional carriers have been impacted. Now, the press release from Mammoth Lakes Tourism notes it is in discussions with other major airlines to not only replace the discontinued Alaska Airlines service from Los Angeles and San Diego for the upcoming 2018-2019 winter season, but to possibly expand into new markets as well. New 2018-2019 service announcements will be made as soon as they are finalized. Well, we do have some good news. Tioga Pass Road, that's Highway 120 East, open for the season for all vehicular traffic Monday morning at 9 o'clock. Obviously going to be limited services available along Tioga Road for the first few days. All campgrounds along Tioga Pass Road remaining closed. There is no anticipated date for the Tuolumne Meadows store and the Tuolumne Meadows Visitor Center opening. Also, no gasoline available along Tioga Road. Fill up in our great spots here on the east side, Lee Vining and whatnot. Closest gas station located otherwise is at Crane Flat. All motorists should drive with caution. Be aware of possible hazards in the roadway, including rock debris and water. Tioga Road may be impacted by incoming storm activity, including snow and icy driving conditions over the next week. Tioga Pass Road may temporarily have to close due to weather and unsafe driving conditions at any time. Tioga Pass Road is a seasonal road through Yosemite National Park, typically open from late spring to early fall. You can always get 24-hour road and weather conditions for Yosemite National Park at 209-372-0200. Well, Deb Murphy filed a report on Measure K, noting Lone Pine and independent schools have a lot in common. Both facilities need more than just good maintenance. They need new wiring, compliance with ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, plumbing fixes, wiring upgrades, energy efficient windows, the list goes on. Now, the major difference between the two, Lone Pine schools about 20 years older. Now, the Lone Pine Unified School District's answer is Measure K. That's a $5.9 million general obligation bond on the June 5th ballot. The ask is less than the facility's assessment, and the hope matching funds can be used to lure funding from the state. This according to Superintendent and Principal Heidi Torix. Now, property owners will be paying approximately $60 per $100,000 of assessed value. That's as opposed to actual market value over a 30-year period. Now, Heidi Torix hosted a tour of both the high school and the Low Elementary School earlier this month. The buildings, long overdue for windows, plumbing, wiring upgrades. The science and home economic rooms will also be modernized. Please, I beg you, go to the website, sierrawave.net, to see Deb Murphy's full report, or as she says in Kill Bill 1, I can beg better than that. Los Angeles Department of Water and Power has announced that Klondike Lake will be open to public boating 7 days a week, beginning this Friday, May 25th, staying open through Labor Day, Monday, September 3rd. Access for motorized watercraft being transported by car, truck, and/or trailer will be allowed daily for a 1-hour period, once again 9 a.m. until 10 a.m. Precautions still being taken to guard against invasive mussels, so all motorized watercraft must be inspected before being launched into Klondike Lake. Press release from the LADWP notes inspections will be done only at the lake entrance gate during that 1-hour period. Now, in order to access Klondike Lake, boaters must pre-purchase a daily use inspection receipt or a new season pass. You can do that at the LADWP Administrative Office, Mandich Street in Bishop. Klondike Lake inspectors will not handle any sales or cash at the gate. More information on accessing Klondike Lake, you can contact the LADWP 760-872-1104. Posted that full press release on sierrawave.net. Well, local bank executive Robert Sharp was named to the Northern Healthcare District Board of Directors during the board's regular meeting last Wednesday. Sharp, vice president of the Eastern Sierra Community Bank, was one of 2 applicants to file for the recent Zone 3 vacancy. Sharp fills the board vacancy left by the March departure of Pete Watercott, who had served the constituents of Zone 3 for 20 years. Fiddlin' Pete was in the audience as Sharp was sworn in by District Secretary Sandy Blumberg. Watercott then rose and extended his congratulations to Sharp and wished him well in his service to the district. Robert Sharp, born in Bishop, raised in the Eastern Sierra. He's the youth service director for Mammoth Lakes Rotary Club, active member of both Bishop and Mammoth Lakes Chambers of Commerce, and serves on the finance committee of the Eastern Sierra Land Trust. Full press release also on sierrawave.net. And we will note that last week, Deb Murphy filed that story on the Bureau of Land Management and exploratory drilling at Conglomerate Mesa. Now, the Sierra Club and Friends of the Inyo and other Eastern Sierra residents have issued a letter and/or press release regarding their opposition to that project. Please see sierrawave.net for a well-written and informative piece. We'll be back with more news.